Toy Story 4 is one of my favourite movies of 2019. Holy crap, that movie was a roller coaster. When I went to watch Toy Story 4, I knew that the ending was going to be very emotional because a while ago, I don't remember who did it, but I remember hearing that Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, the voices of Woody and Buzz, couldn't record their final lines because it was so sad, and they couldn't do it because they kept being sad. There's spoilers, by the way, so if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it, leave now. So, in the start of the movie, we get a flashback to 9 years ago, where Bo is being sent to someplace because Molly, Andy's little sister, has outgrown the little lamp nightlight thing, so they donate Bo away to somewhere, we don't know where. But Woody and Bo have to say goodbye, and it's super sad, but like, he knows that she has to go and stay, and he has to stay with Andy. So now we're in Bonnie's room, and after her mum cleans, she puts all the toys in a closet. And then whenever Molly comes home from preschool or whatever she comes home from, she takes out the toys that she wants to play with. In this movie, she picks every toy except Woody, and a couple of others that we don't know. But like, Woody feels sad because he never gets to play anymore. And he used to be Andy's favourite toy, but now he's one of the least favourite? And he's used to being like the main like run of the room, like he runs the room in Andy's house. But in this one, it's the doll one, the I don't know what her name is. I think it's just Dolly. Yeah, it's Dolly, whatever. And now Woody is super sad. And everyone knows how sad Woody is because he never gets to be played anymore. And they're all like, yeah, you'll be played next time. He's like, nah, I don't think so. So he's basically nearly given up hope. But he still wants to play with kids and Bonnie. He wants to be there for his kid like he was for Andy. And he's a bit hung up on like Andy. He's not really fully understood that Andy's gone. Like every time he accidentally calls Bonnie Andy to Forky, not Sporky. And speaking of Forky, I love the new characters. First of all, Forky, the fork, it's actually a spork, but it's Forky. So, the spork with pipe cleaners for arms. So Bonnie makes Forky at her orientation for kindergarten. And she's super sad because she has no friends. And Woody helps her out by secretly tossing some like things from the bin on her table. And then she makes Forky. And then when Woody gets home, he introduces everyone to Forky. But Forky's not very into it, and he wants to go to be trash. That's what he does. He tries to be trash and thrown away, because that's what he is, a fork. And like other throwaway items. But now Woody has to teach Forky that he's a toy now. He meant to be there for Bonnie. And so this sets up like a father and son relationship, kind of. Like later on, they're on a road trip, and Forky jumps out of the RV thing because he doesn't want to be a toy. So Woody jumps out after him. And then they walk to a festival where the RV is stopped for a bit. So he has to walk there. Yeah, pretty simple. But on the way, he tells Forky about all these times with Andy and how to be a toy and special memories and whatever. And Forky, being alive for like nearly a day now, understands it completely. He's like, yeah, I'm a toy. I am Bonnie's trash. That's what he says. He calls himself trash. Well, he's trash. He's good aeroplane. Forky is like Buzz in the first Toy Story. He's like, doesn't know that he's a toy. He thinks he's something else, but then he realizes and accepts that he's a toy, and that's what Forky does. Dude Kaboom, voiced by Keanu Reeves. You don't have to say much. I love him. Gabby. This is the main villain of this story, but she's not really a villain. Like, she's not really doing anything evil. She just wants. Okay. I don't know how to explain this. So Gabby is in an antique shop run by this old lady, and this old lady's granddaughter is the kid that Gabby wants to be with. But she knows that the kid won't like her because her voice box is broken. So she's like, well frick, now what do I do? So when Woody comes along looking for Bo, because he sees her lamp at the front, he comes to look for Bo, and then Gabby sees that they're probably made around the same time. She could probably use his voice box and be with this kid. So she doesn't really ask, but she like insists that I need like your voice box. He's like, nah chief, I'm good, and he grabs Forky, he runs. But while he's escaping, he accidentally leaves Forky behind. And now this sets up the whole, we have to go save Forky so he can be with Bonnie. So this whole time, Gabby knows that Woody will come back for Forky, so she keeps him around and tells Forky about all this dream she has about being with this kid. And Forky is really nice to her, even though being alive for 2 days, and he's pretty gullible, but like, he understands like her pain. Next, Ducky and Bunny. They're my favourite characters out of everything. I reckon they have some of the best jokes, some of the best lines. I love it. Actually, not all the characters are good. There's this little police lady who I have no idea what her name is. So she doesn't really do anything, she just says stuff. The two things I disliked about this movie was Benson, Gabby's assistant, peasant, servant, I don't know. But Gabby has 4 of these ventriloquist dolls at her bidding, and they are creepy. Like, I have bad experiences with evil doll movies, and that was just a no-go for me. Like, it's a kids movie, they weren't that terrifying, but like, they brought back bad memories, and I reckon they could have maybe done without. And the other thing was, the main toys gang, like Rex, Slinky, Jessie, they weren't really in the movie at all. Like, they were just stuck in the RV the whole time, stalling so Woody and Forky can get back in time. The only toy that actually goes out and helps is Buzz. But like, even then, there's not really many Buzz-Woody scenes like the other 3. There's 3 of them, yeah. And now I'm gonna tell you a story. A story involving a little boy over a sad ending. I was destroyed by this movie. The ending hit me in the feels. Not even hit, stabbed me in the heart with feels. So Woody, at the end of the movie, he stays with Bo and becomes a lost toy, helping other toys to get kids. Yeah, pretty straightforward. And Buzz, Jessie, Forky, and they all stay with Bonnie. But like, the saddest bit was them saying goodbye. Like, I started, like, like, I was gone. But as soon as they started, I was like, oh, here it comes. And then like, yeah, they're all saying goodbye. But then Buzz and Woody say goodbye, and I was broken. Like, I was like, no, the boys. And like, I was so sad. I was crying so much. But it's a happy ending. It's a happy ending. But like, I was destroyed. Like, I walked out of that cinema. A bunch of little kids were looking at me. A 14-year-old bawling his eyes out at a kids movie. Some say I'm a wimp, some say I'm softy, but I don't care. I'm taking that with pride because I grew up with these characters. I grew up watching 1, 2, 3, and now 4. I'm never going to watch 4 again, actually. No, never again. 11 out of 10, super duper good.